Good evening. My name is Michael Dunn, and I serve as superintendent at Northeast Washington Educational Service District 101. It's my pleasure to welcome you to our 2021 Regional High School Art Show. Like most institutions and organizations across our state, country, and around the world, the pandemic has caused us to reimagine the structure of many of our in-person events. Our annual art show is no exception. Despite the circumstances, we're very grateful for the ability to host our annual art show and awards ceremony in a virtual format this year to highlight the remarkable artistic talents of students who are enrolled in the 59 public school districts, 44 private schools, and 3 charter schools in our region. Situated on the ancestral land of the Plateau peoples, NEWESD 101 acknowledges the indigenous peoples who have occupied this region since time immemorial. Some of the region's tribes include the Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, and Kalispell bands, along with those making up the Confederated Tribes of the Caldwell Reservation. We extend our deepest respect and gratitude to Native peoples as original stewards of this land and are committed to restorative justice through anti-racist actions. Within the next hour, you will get a chance to view all 83 magnificent works of art submitted this year, witness the announcement of more than 45 awards, and watch a collection of student-submitted videos explaining the inspiration behind the students' works. In addition to the first, second, and third place awards, special awards will be presented by our NEWESD 101 Board of Directors, Superintendent, staff, community judges, and avista utilities. Additionally, a People's Choice Award will be presented, as well as several scholarships awarded offered by the Central Washington University. Thanks to all of the students who submitted work and to everyone who helped to put this virtual event together. We hope you enjoy the show.
My name is Greta Moses. I'm from Chattaroy and I'm a senior at Mount Spokane High School. This is my piece. It's called Two Schools of Thought. It's done with acrylic and pages of Cicero's political speeches, the ones that I didn't like. In terms of making this piece, it was never really meant to turn into anything. I started with Aristotle, and when I was pleased how that turned out, I added an Eastern philosopher to even it out. That way I had one Western philosopher and one Eastern philosopher. I don't necessarily paint paintings with a purpose in mind, but after completing this one and having it just sit in my room for a while, it inspired me to go through my bookshelf and count how many books I had from authors that weren't from the United States or Europe, and it was shockingly few. And I also decided to try a few new cuisines and recipes because of it. So, I guess I learned a little bit from it, more than a lot of my other paintings. So yeah, that's my painting.
My name is Linnea. I'm a junior at Mount Spokane High School, and this is a piece I made with acrylic paint. It is a portrait of my best friend, Ariah. I haven't seen her in around 4 years now, and she lives over 1,000 miles away from me, but we're both artists, and art is something that we've bonded over for the whole time we've known each other, and it's something that's kept us connected through all the years that we've been apart from each other.
Abigail Reed, and I go to Mount Spokane High School. I live in Colbert. I live with my parents and 3 sisters. This is my piece, Breakfast in Panama. And when I'm making it, I started with the monkey. When finding a reference, I wanted to make sure it was cute, kind of silly and playful. So when I found the capuchin with his tongue out, eating a fruit, I thought it was perfect. And then when doing the background, I also wanted it to be like colorful to also go with the theme. So when looking for the flowers, I looked in the natural habitat of the monkey, which is Panama. And then when making this piece, I think it taught me that you can be happy with what you make, and you can be happy while you're making it. And then just having art in the morning, this is my first class of the day. It helps me relax. It gives me something to look forward to, and it just sets my tone for the rest of the day.
Hello, my name is Hailey Faguera. I live in Spokane, and I am a senior at Mount Spokane High School. I have never really known what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be when I grew up. Prior to high school, I never had the ability to communicate my ideas, thoughts, or emotions. When I started high school, I began to realize art had been an amazing way for me to express myself, and it began to be the path I wanted to take. This specific piece was a gift for my grandmother. I know I wanted to do something special for her because of the tough year we had to get through. So through art, I wanted to show my grandma I cared by creating a piece from her past, a piece that illustrates something of a simpler time. This is Cosmo, her dog that passed away about a decade ago. He is a testament to what happiness was to my grandmother, Newfoundland's. So, here's to a lazy afternoon on the front porch with a symbol of happiness and simplicity.
Hi, my name is Mariah Von Baron, and I'm a junior at Mount Spokane High School in Spokane, Washington. I decided to create a piece inspired by one of my favorite music artists, Louis Tomlinson, and I did this by brainstorming a bunch of different concepts based off of his personality and his music, and then I put those together and started sketching thumbnails until I came up with a sketch that I really liked to base my piece off of. And I think ultimately through this project, I have just learned as an artist that it's important to go with the flow when you're working on a big piece, to take mistakes and use those to make your piece that much better, to be willing to change your mind, to take inspiration from other people. And overall, it was a really good learning experience for me, and I'm very happy with the final outcome.
Hi, my name is Rubin, and I am a sophomore at Kettle Falls High School in Kettle Falls, Washington. I have been making art my entire life, but it wasn't until recently that I started to wonder why. Why is it that whenever I'm scared or stressed or overwhelmed that I turn to art? And I got a theory on it that I want to share with you today. So, we all start off scribbling as toddlers, right? There's no rhyme or reason to what we do. We are just creating to create. Until one day we are told to stop. We are told to put down our crayons, to stop our scribbling, to focus on things that are more important than art. But then we don't stop. And you can see this. You can see it in our sketches on napkins, in the doodles in the margins of notebooks. We don't stop because being creative is essential to what makes us us. It is our break from rules of day-to-day life. It is our escape to our own little worlds where anything is possible. And it is this limitless possibility that is why I choose to create. Whenever I put a pen or a paintbrush to paper, I become limitless. And it's the most amazing feeling in the world. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it and my piece, Tranquility. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Ilsa. I'm a senior at Mount Spokane High School. I'm from a small town called Deer Park. It's quiet here, and time moves a little slower. And I'm Ilsa. There's not much to say about myself. I think most things are fascinating, and that's how I found art, through fascination. Art is pastel-stained fingers and muddy paint water. Art is everything and everywhere. The hermit is the seeker of knowledge in the tarot, a lonely wanderer in the path of the night, searching for true solitude. My version of the hermit is a characterization of my isolation. COVID-19 left everyone separated by Zoom calls and lockdowns. It led everyone to seek their inner hermit, teaching us to listen and not speak, and to enjoy the silence, to seek solitude.
Hi, my name is Mace, and I am a sophomore at Lakeside High School in 9 Mile Falls, Washington. My piece is called This Story, and it focuses on self-growth and loving the different parts of yourself, even if you don't necessarily like them. The inspiration for this piece came from my own self-growth through quarantine. A lot has happened over the course of the year, but I wanted to focus on the good instead of the bad. Through self-isolation and being disconnected from the world, I learned who I am as a person and who I wanted to become. I had a lot of time to self-reflect, and I learned that life is ever-changing, and I wanted to express that in my art. I use mixed media to show that everyone is made up of different parts. Some parts might be rough like clay, and others as delicate as watercolor, but each part is beautiful, and learning to love those parts is a big step on finding out who you truly are as a person. I wanted my piece to be a story and have a story-like feel to it. Art has always been a big part of myself and a big part of my life, so I wanted to express my own growth and how I learned to love myself through art. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you reflect on all the things that you love about yourself while looking at my piece.
Hello, my name is Shalon Parker, and I'm one of the judges for this year's Regional High School Art Show for the Northeast Washington Educational Service District. Students from local school districts submitted their art and details about their art electronically this year. The 4 individuals who served as judges evaluated the art according to the following 4 criteria: creativity, composition, technique, and emotion. These 4 criteria are all in alignment with the Washington State Arts K-12 learning standards. The public school entries will move on to the state competition in Olympia, and some of the pieces in this show will be on permanent display at the Talbot Event Center. The judges were all truly impressed with the quality of the art and the deeply powerful, moving statements that so many students made this year through their art during a particularly challenging year. The work in this show really does demonstrate that art prevails even in the most difficult times. Many thanks to all the students who submitted work this year, and congratulations to the winners!
Hello, my name is Brandon Beykirk. I'm a senior at Freeman High School in Rockford, Washington. And ever since I was a little kid, I would read books almost nonstop. And that really inspired me to pursue the concept artist background. Because I would be able to make these magnificent stories and worlds and characters. And that was originally the start of my art career. And I would study, and I would study, and I would study. And the big thing that I learned about this clay pot was art is not all about studying. You gotta have fun with it, and that's what I really did. I had fun making this clay pot. And here it is. I loved making this clay pot, and that was big, and I think that's a really good thing I can take with that enthusiasm into an artist career. Thank you.
My name is Anthony Browning. I attend Mount Spokane High School and I live in Spokane, Washington. I enjoy creating art with very unique and creative concepts that make the viewer either think of the messaging behind the piece or by creating a piece that provides a different angle that I haven't used before. I am submitting a piece of art that I titled Chronophobia, which means the fear of time passing. I have named it as such to emphasize the feeling of dread looming over the mid-World War II era dystopian London. I have created this piece because the parallel to the way history unfolds. Those who reside within the city worry about when the next air raid might strike. And since they don't know, their once efficient scheduled timepieces now merely chime eerily in the deserted streets below, as a terrifying reminder of an enemy yet to come. This is what I decided to do for my original submission. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
Hello everyone, my name is Quentin Swett. I am a senior at Deer Park High School and a member of our junior-senior studio art program. Over the past several months, I have been hard at work exploring different techniques and designs in the ceramics field, and I'm proud to showcase to all of you one of my finest pieces of work, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Sally Pfeiffer, the current chair of NEWESD 101's Board of Directors. This year, as always, our 7-member board had the opportunity to review submissions to the NEWESD Regional High School Art Show for 2021 and to select a piece that will be on permanent display in our NEWESD 101 facility. Additionally, the student will receive a cash award of $200. It is my honor to announce that the Board Choice Award goes to Karis Pfeiffer from Kettle Falls High School, instructed by Kimberly Walker. This piece clearly represents the times in which we are living while enduring a worldwide pandemic. Karis's artwork, along with her poem explaining the piece, represent the impact on and the experience of our young people during this past year to the crisis. The NEWESD 101 board strongly believes in the importance of the arts and the creation of opportunities that invite student expression. Thank you all for participating.
Unmasking the Mask by Karis Pepper.
I wear my mask like I've been told I will obey the rule, but I didn't know it also meant no friends, no sports, no school. Saving lives from COVID is why I wear my mask, but surviving isolation is just as big a task. Depression, anger, hatred, fear can cause a black cloud of commotion. I turn it on another when I'm masking my emotions.
Hello, this is Superintendent Michael Dunn again to announce this year's pick for the Superintendent's Choice Award. Every year I look forward to the wonderful opportunity to look at all of the regional high school art show submissions and personally to have the chance to select a piece to be permanently displayed at RESD. I'm delighted to announce this year's Superintendent Choice. This year's Superintendent Choice Award goes to Little Warrior by Josiah Joseph Lamar from Wellpinnet High School, whose instructor is Chance Hill. I chose Josiah's piece because it really does demonstrate the challenge for Indigenous people in making sense of the dominant culture and maintaining respect for their culture. In addition to Josiah's photograph, Little Warrior having a perpetual home at RESD, she will also be awarded a $200 cash prize. Congratulations to Josiah and the other extraordinary student artists participating in this year's show.
Hello, my name is Tracy Poindexter Canton, and I am the Communications Officer at NEWESD 101. Every year, our NEWESD 101 staff views all art show submissions and votes on the piece we'd like to keep on permanent display at our office located on Regal Street in South Spokane. In addition to having their piece forever grace our ESD wall, the students selected for our Staff Choice Award will also receive a cash award of $200. On behalf of our NEWESD 101 team, I'm super excited to announce that the Staff Choice Award goes to Charlotte Peterson from Mount Spokane High School, instructed by Nicolette Banger. Our staff was deeply moved by the rich detail and poignant message of hope and peace conveyed in Charlotte's work titled Long Awaited Hour. Congratulations, Charlotte, and major kudos to all of the immensely talented students who submitted work to our regional high school art show this year.
Hello, my name is Shalon Parker and I'm a professor of art history at Gonzaga University. For the Judge's Choice Award, I selected A Snowy Day, a black and white photograph by Jaden Metz, a student at Ferris High School. I chose this piece because it exhibits a real sensitivity to and mastery of light and tonal value. This very careful handling of light and value reveals multiple textures in this quiet, beautiful, and deeply compelling close-up view of nature. It's an intimate view of nature that the photographer's eye wonderfully captures for us. Congratulations, Jaden.
Hello, my name is Greg Schlanger, and I am the chair of the Department of Art and Design at Central Washington University. It was a real honor and pleasure to be a judge for this year's high school art show. My judge's choice goes to Lindsay Scarlett. Lindsay is a senior at Mount Spokane High School. Her drawing, Contours of Flathead, immediately grabbed my attention with the use of the map for the ground. I am always fascinated with map images, and the topographical lines fit in beautifully with the portrait. I was very impressed with Lindsay's creative use of the lines and creating the contrast within to create the portrait. Bravo, Lindsay. Congratulations.
Hello, my name is Chantel. My judge's pick is Fountainhead Shadow by Ben Moran. I chose this artwork because when I initially saw it, it really stood out to me. It draws you in with its mystery of what could the subject be reading, what could be going on, that they're in this little small space reading whatever it is, and then to see the shadow kind of big on the wall really stood out to me. Overall, great composition. Overall, great piece. Good job.
Hi everybody, my name is Shelley Weinkoop and I'm from Spokane Arts. I picked a photograph by Ferris High School's Dakota Door for my Judge's Choice this year. In Traveling Light, Dakota was able to convey a strong feeling tone using form and color without directly depicting emotionally charged subjects. Very nicely done, Dakota. Congratulations.
Hey guys, I just wanted to make a quick video for you. We just wrapped up the judging and I had a few thoughts I wanted to share. My name is Raj. I'm a commercial photographer here in Spokane, and I take portraits and make videos for companies and magazines, newspapers, sometimes bands. But I got my start right where you are, in school, taking photos of my life and my friends as a yearbook photographer. And I worked on to be a photographer at a newspaper and eventually worked at Gonzaga for a while, and now I run my own company. And I've noticed since middle school that we live in the craziest photograph world. Every moment is being documented and saved on our phones. These things. 300 million photos are uploaded every single day. That means 1.5 trillion photos are going to be taken this year. That seems like a lot of images, a lot of artwork. So how do we stand out in a world where there's billions and billions of others creating around us? Well, in this contest, I've seen that it's still possible to capture beauty in new ways. Like this image by Jaden Metz. It's a combination of beautiful light and a simple subject. But to me, it illuminates the beauty we can see and find in everyday life. But we have to be curious to find new ways of seeing, like through a different angle, getting closer to the subject, or creating a world within the frame that can transport the viewer to an unexpected place, maybe one they've never been to. Now, the funny thing about contests is that, for me, art is not a contest. It's a way of seeing the world. It's certainly nice to be rewarded for great work, great art, but don't put too much into these things. I've won plenty of contests and I've lost plenty more. And no amount of likes or views will increase the value of the art that the art has for you. Making art is very personal and very public, because being an artist means to be vulnerable and to take things that are deep within ourselves and share them with others. From what I've seen in your work, I see that you all have the ability to do this. So I hope you'll continue to explore the world of photography and art and music and writing, whatever craft it is that you want to. And I hope that I see you out there in the world. Thank you for letting me be a part.
My name is Christine Meyer, and I am here on behalf of Avista Corporation to present this year's Avista's Choice Award. Each year, we select one artist to receive a $250 grant payable to their school so that they may select an investment to make into their art program alongside their instructor. This year's selection, though, was so inspiring given everything that the artists are persevering through with the pandemic and what's going on in the world, disrupting their instruction and their opportunities in the classroom, that we've decided to make a selection of 3 artists, one from each of the major categories in the competition this year. So, those winners are as follows. First, in the 2-dimensional category, we've selected Contours of Flathead, a piece submitted by artist Lindsay Scarlett of Mount Spokane High School, instructed by Jenny Hatcher. The second winner in the 3-dimensional category is Greek Vase, submitted by artist Quentin Swett of Deer Park High School, instructed by Jack Wood. And the final winner of the Avista's Choice Award in the category of photography is A Day with Rango, a piece submitted by artist Natalie Emery of Cheney High School, instructed by Jessa Morrissey. Congratulations to each of these artists, their instructors, and the program that will benefit from their investment. On behalf of Avista, congratulations.
Hello, my name is Greg Schlanger. I am the chair of the Department of Art and Design at Central Washington University. Central Washington University is smack dab in the middle of the state in Ellensburg, Washington, right at the crossroads of Interstate 90 and Interstate 82. Our studio areas include ceramics, drawing, graphic design, jewelry and metalsmithing, painting, photography, sculpture, and wood design. We offer several degrees in studio art, graphic design, and art education. The awards I'm presenting today are CWU scholarships. Each student receiving an award will receive an award certificate and letter with specific details on the award. Our first award goes to Remington Shute for his photograph, SUV Sunset. The lighting and strong contrast, along with the vehicles, creates an interesting narrative. Remington receives a $1,000 scholarship. Our next award goes to Kaylee Amison. Kaylee's watercolor, Hawaiian Bloom, demonstrates a good control of watercolor. The negative space created by the separation of the leaves adds to the overall composition. Kaylee receives a $1,000 scholarship. Our next award goes to Lauren Moe. Lauren's painting Rocky Creek. The color palette creates an overall coolness as if I were next to the stream. The composition and use of perspective pulls me into the painting. Lauren receives a $2,000 scholarship. The next award goes to Moira McLaughlin for her digital photography, What You See. Moira, this piece really struck my curiosity. It seemed so simple, but yet the complexity of only one color and the various light and shadows kept me coming back to find new shapes. Moira receives a $2,000 scholarship, and this is in addition to the scholarship Moira received at last year's high school art show. Congratulations, Moira. These are adding up. Our next award goes to Lydia Zagenkow, A Dream of Mine. And Lydia's drawing is a very nice use of the picture plane and very skilled technically. The hand gesture and the gaze of the eyes creates a sense of wonder. Lydia receives a $2,000 scholarship. Our next award is to Tilly Baldwin. It's an untitled piece. In looking through all the artwork on my computer screen, it all appears to be the same size. I was impressed to see this painting is 3 feet by 3 feet. I enjoy the contrast of the mark from the background to the hoodie as they seem to complement each other. While this seems to be about our world today, I feel this image communicates so much more. Tilly receives a $3,000 award. And our final award tonight is to Lindsay Scarlett for her drawing contours of Flathead. I think many of us are fascinated with maps. I can spend hours looking for places. This was refreshing to see a new take on the concept of a contour drawing. I'm impressed by what seems to be so simple, yet it skillfully renders the portrait. Lindsay also receives a $3,000 award. Congratulations to you all. And if you have any questions, award winners especially, but anybody about our program or these scholarships, my contact information again, schlanger@cwu.edu. Congratulations to everybody in the exhibition.
Hello, my name is Mick Miller, and I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Student Learning and Support Services at Northeast Washington ESD 101. On behalf of NEW ESD 101, I would like to give special thanks to the following people for their contributions to this event. Thank you to our judge, Greg Schlanger, Professor of Art at Central Washington University. Shelley Weinkoop, local artist and grants administrator for Spokane Arts, local artist and poet Chantel Jackson, commercial and editorial photographer Raja Bose, and professor of art at Gonzaga University, Shalon Parker. We are so grateful to these individuals for graciously volunteering their time to evaluate and score all this year's submissions. Thank you to Christine Meyer, Executive Director of the Avista Foundation, for providing classroom awards, and to Central Washington University for offering student scholarships. and to our ESD 101 Board of Directors and following staff members: April Bilsma, Mary Kemple, Quincy Miracle, Tracy Poindexter Canton, and Steve Schreiner. We thank you for your efforts in making our first virtual regional art show and award ceremony a success. Congratulations once again to all our award winners, and best wishes to those students moving on to the state competition May 20th. To all the student artists in the region, we revel in your talent and look forward to offering future opportunities that foster creative expression and support arts education. To the educators, students, parents, and family and community members who are able to attend this virtual event, we thank you for joining us and hope to see you again next year.